Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's time for another set of monthly favorites. This month there were several articles that I truly enjoyed reading. The first of these was actually done by a former student of mine, Brett Pimentel. Brett is a professor at Delta State University, and I worked with him when I was at Indiana University. So it was exciting for me to see him write such a fantastic article charting why sometimes we can accomplish our goals in the practice room, but we're just not as successful sometimes in a lesson. That key line of, but I could do it in the practice room. He helps go through some of the key elements that might be missing in your practicing in order to get to that level of success that you're truly striving for. Another article that I am so excited about is by Chris Gallant of Catapulting into Classical. In his article, he notes that formerly lost fantasias for viola da gamba written by Telemann have now been found in a private collection. These pieces are going to be premiered in March at the Telemann Festival. And for bassoonists, this is important. Even though we don't play viola da gamba, we oftentimes do play Telemann's sonata in E minor that was originally for viola da gamba. So this is exciting because this could open up solo bassoon repertoire for the Baroque era. I am beyond excited about this because I even play the flute fantasias on bassoon. So now to have pieces that maybe might be a little bit more accessible in the bass clef realm, it's gonna be big, guys. It's gonna be big. The final article that I have found truly just worthwhile, and I feel like it needs a good note on this channel, is not just one article, but a blog. I suggest that all professional musicians that are looking for work or an understanding of what is happening in the orchestral system in the United States, that they follow Adaptistration. I suggest following Adaptistration by Drew McManus because it charts all of the orchestras, the financial livelihood, the donors, and some of the hierarchy of the politics. He takes a very objective perspective, which allows for a true understanding to surface. There have been several moments that made October so special for me. The first of these was when I got to meet Spike, the celebrity hedgehog. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Spike the Celebrity Hedgehog is the hedgehog of a music student here at JSU. And oftentimes we will live stream his events, and sometimes the live streaming is epic, and sometimes it's just, you know, him chilling out. But for me, he came to visit me in my office, and I not only got to see him run around on the floor, but I got to hold him. I have never held a hedgehog before, and they're spiky, but they're also just very soft on the belly, and they have these little legs that stick out from their spikes, almost like little legs sticking out from a giant hoop skirt. JSU was not the only place that had magical moments for me this month. I did some gigging in Columbus State University. For those of you who have seen the video that I did with Ernesto on bassoon stands, you are already familiar that I have been out and about gigging. But while I was at Columbus State University, the bassoon studio gave me one of their fantastic Bassoonicorn shirts. For those of you who've been following me on Instagram, you would have already seen this amazing artwork done by Cassandra Ormsby. Not only did I get a fantastic t-shirt, but I got to hang out with some really cool bassoonists and have good conversation about growing and developing on bassoon. Next up is an announcement of a project that I have been working on for just over 2 months. My website, erynoff.com, has always existed, but it is new and updated in a much more accessible format. The blogs are now easily identified by a picture and the ability to scroll through so you can choose exactly what it is that you would like to read about. If you've been enjoying my YouTube channel, you might consider subscribing to my blog. Oftentimes, the YouTube videos are focused on in the blog, but there are more detailed pictures so you can have a greater understanding. And there also is exclusive content on the blogs that are not found on my YouTube channel. An item which has helped me detox and relax this month, which I do have to say, taking the number of gigs full-time teaching at JSU, keeping up on blogging and YouTube, sometimes it can be a lot. And I am someone who has the potential to become tired and wired. I have found that lavender body oil at night has helped me zonk out. What I like to do is take a long warm shower, and then afterwards, because I have naturally dry skin, I cover my body in aromatherapy lavender oil. And it is some kind of magic that I don't quite understand, but the oil seeps into the skin and it relaxes me, and the smells also help me remember that it's time to take a time out and get some downtime for myself. Okay guys, this wraps up my monthly favorites for October. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to keep up on all of the events happening in my world, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. If you want to make sure you don't miss any future videos, be sure to click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Having a bassoon stand is key, largely because it can hold your bassoon up and you don't have to stick your bassoon in a corner. I have a great meme of that I'll insert now, of like old school people putting their bassoon in quarters.